Sometimes the fucking just slip out your pocket. Bring your hard times and you just can't stop it. You can't build up walls, you can't numb your feelings. Sometimes you can't cope, it's just the nature of things. Sometimes the fucking just slip out your pocket. Bring your hard times and you just can't stop it. You can't build up walls, you can't numb your feelings. Sometimes you can't cope, it's just the nature of things. You know what you get into with your child and all. You think you're in control and you think you won't fall, but you're falling fast no matter how slow you go. And you can't say a thing cause it's the path you chose. As a past comes back, you hope it will all pass. You can't think fast, you keep coming in last. So you slow down, pull up, and start to use your brain. Cause two loves for one child will drive you insane. And as I ride off into the sunset with my heart broken, you see through disguises and all the lies that were spoken. You wonder what you did to make things so wrong. She won't break those bonds that have been there so long. And now the way she's acting makes you think twice. Be strong and hold on is my only advice, cause I'm living it. This is my soliloquy and all I see are endless possibilities. Sometimes a phone can just slip out your pocket. Bring your hard times and you just can't stop it. You can't build up walls, you can't know your feelings. Sometimes you can't cope, it's just the nature of things. Sometimes the phone can just slip out your pocket. Bring your hard times and you just can't stop it. You can't build up walls, you can't know your feelings. Sometimes you can't cope, it's just the nature of things. You cruising and come around.
All right. What's up, guys? What's up? Thanks for joining us. Hello, Ace. Thank you for doing this once again, man. Cheers.
No, pleasure's always, Hog. Thanks for having me on the show. And what's up, Spinners and Sharks? Ace of Vegas here. Hope you're doing well.
Awesome. What does Matrix say? Is this what you guys call country music?
He's not wrong.
What's up, Ronnie C, Jason R?
Got Denise. We got Matt Wilson.
Creeper Nick. Cinnamon. MD8.
Andy in the house.
Lucky Dog.
Oh,
G, my Meg. Who else? Denise.
Caitlin's in the house.
Anxious Gamer. Tony Guttridge. Oh my God. We're on.
Squad is live. I'm loving it.
We are on, and I hope we are not going to confuse anybody tonight.
Now that you've said it out loud.
We have a goal. We have a mission tonight.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
We're educating. Tonight is all about
education.
This is, it might just be entertainment. I don't know that yet. We'll see. We'll see how many I get down.
We'll see how long the Heineken lasts over here.
I'm drinking a local to Texas brew. El Chingon. It's from Dallas, and it's very charcoaly, very woody, amber, pale ale.
There you go. So there's the chip caulk, there's the chip beer.
Yes. Andy, you should be wearing those tights right now. Awesome.
Oh,
okay.
So what you waking me up for, man?
All right. Let's get to this. So what we're doing here, guys, let me put this back to the right kind of thing here. Is we want to discuss what a bad shoot is.
Oh, that's actually really simple. It's typically one that isn't wide enough. The laces are all wrong. There's no arch support, that sort of thing. Really poorly designed heel. Just bad shoe in general. Don't want to wear
it. Exactly. And much like that bad shoe, you run into those things in Vegas on a table, blackjack table. So we want to show you guys like a bad shoe in action. A bad shoe in action. So we'll go over a bad shoe. We'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll kind of discuss like what you can do to avoid it. Laces out, anxious gamers.
There you go.
Exactly.
Make sure it matches your belt. Just make sure that.
And again, for all you slot people, we encourage you to hit up a table game, especially blackjack. The odds are much better. Work on your bankroll at the table and then go hit up the slots afterwards.
There you go.
And honestly, I've been super lucky. Maybe the past. Oh, Daniel, new member. Sorry.
Oh, welcome aboard, Daniel.
Welcome aboard, Daniel. Appreciate that, buddy. Over the past, I think, four or five trips, I've had the same bankroll. I haven't had to go reload.
Oh, you're doing pretty good then. Same $500, right?
$600 that I've been using like the past 4 times in Vegas, and I'll double it. I've gotten a little more than double, and then I'll lose. This last trip in December, I was gunning for a hand pay. Like I was determined. And so I was not satisfied winning like $100 on a machine or 300. I was shooting for a hand pay.
You're trying to get that Bridger clout right there.
Yeah, and it did not work out, but I did survive, and I still have my bankroll. I can't say that for 2 cents, unfortunately.
Oh, as long as she's got a purse, we're safe. Just kidding, 2 cents. Much love, Jesus.
She is working on the vlogs, guys, trying to finish up the Tahoe trip. So she's busy with that. And let's see, Matt Wilson. I would play blackjack, if I weren't so opposed to jerks playing at the tables. That's true.
That's why you play with a team.
Just saying.
You get your squad.
Yeah. Oh, TC. Oops. Sorry, that's not TC. Hey, y'all. Thank you so much, TC, for the super sticker. Totally appreciate that. It means the world to us. And actually, what means more, TC, is you're always cracking me up. You're always saying the funniest things. So again, I appreciate the banter and the laughter. But Matt, I'm glad you brought that up because we're gonna talk about that tonight as well. About the people playing. I'm gonna kind of show you the difference when you have more money to play with. The people around you change.
Oh yeah.
So that's something to take in consideration. What's up, Gambling Granny? Pennies. How's it going? Anxious Gamer.
Oh, we got Muffy in here too. Always good to see you.
Awesome. We got Canada in the house. Tracy Ford. Hello. All right. Before we start, let's quiz them, Ace. Let's find somebody in the chat. Let's put them on a wheel. Let's find somebody in the chat.
Let's see.
And ask them, what is the first thing they should do when they approach a blackjack table?
Oh, I think that'd be a really good question for Andy is the first person I saw. So Good Times Production. Andy, what's the first thing that you do when you approach a blackjack table?
Hold on, Ace. I got a wheel. Wait.
Oh, you actually have a wheel. I didn't know you had a wheel ready. All right. Time out, guys. There's a literal wheel.
Okay. Hold on. Wait. What am I doing here? Share. Stop screen. Okay.
I wasn't anticipating this. I wasn't ready for that.
Hogs prepared.
All right.
Hold on. Let me find the wheel, guys.
I do like Andy's answer though. Ask Simone for money. I think that's appropriate.
That's very appropriate, and I
do that all the time. I always ask Simone for, but Andy and Simone are rarely in Vegas at the same time I am. So when I ask Simone for money, it doesn't work.
All right. So here's my wheel. We're gonna spin the wheel. Whoever it lands on, will accept the answer from that person.
Interesting. I think that red should be a respin though.
Here we go. Let's see who it lands on.
Who'd have guessed?
Who would have thought that could happen?
Wow, Matrix. Okay, Matrix. I guess we got a question for you, buddy. What's the first thing you do when you walk up to the blackjack table? And we're talking either you or Heidi. I'm not sure who walks up to the blackjack table more often.
Let's see what Matrix comes up with. You're approaching a table in Vegas. You see an open seat. What do you do?
Check to make sure the drinks don't have all the ice in it. All right, let's see what he actually says here. I'm curious.
He's thinking.
Ooh,
Oops.
it's coming down to it. Do 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 do. Wait, who did Vegas Jeopardy? Who did that? Because I know you did Hollywood Squares. All right,
we did.
Right.
Check it. Vegas Confession. Nice to see you in here, bro. Check if the tables are 3-2, 6-5. Oh, here, let's put that up.
That's a correct answer. All right, so that's the right answer. We got to pull up Matrix.
Yeah, that's
though.
way too sensible. I'm sorry.
There we go.
You've been disqualified.
All right, we got to actually say it in the accent.
No, actually, he got it. I mean,
is it something about the 6-5 versus the 3-2?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Ace, for picking up that accent for us.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry, keep hitting the wrong thing. Excellent, Matrix. I like that. Very, very good. You guys are learning. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
So you can ask if you don't see it written anywhere. You can ask them. Look what Penny says.
The $1 table. Yes.
Pennies. What is your goal at a $1 table? What are you really trying to accomplish?
I guess the better question is once we get to, I guess I can't even say Casino Royale anymore because they don't have table games anymore. But better question is what is our plan at Golden Gate where we're going for a $1 table? What's our actual plan there?
Or Downtown Grand.
Mm-hmm.
I think
actually, no, he's got a point. So if we consider this, it's not just the drink service, but also you have to, you're going to go ahead and double that bankroll, that $5 bankroll to a $10 bankroll. You're drinking at Stage Door the whole, yeah, there it is, cheap beer. You're drinking at Stage Door the whole trip for nothing. $5 will get you 600 beers there.
We have to do a challenge one day, Pennies. I'm going to look for loose change on the floor, and you play your 20-cent Texas tea. We'll see who gets
who makes the most money.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's not my goal. I don't want to play a $1 game. Sorry. Unless everybody at the table is super fun to hang with, then yeah, I'm down with that. Totally down with it. Okay, so Matrix, you're awesome. Let's send Matrix a here. Let's send Matrix a golden bar from Circa.
Oh, there you go.
Just kidding. I can't do that. 2 cents will kill me.
He's like, nope. Worth a shot. Raising our drinks to Matrix. Good work, Matrix.
Matrix, you passed test number 1. Good job. I'm so sorry, Kino Kid, that it did not land on you. But I'm sure you would have said the right thing. All right. Oops. That's not what I want to do.
We're around here somewhere. There we are.
Go. Okay. So, yes, we want to see if it's 3-2 because you're going to get paid more on your blackjacks as opposed to 6-5. It's getting harder and harder nowadays to find a good table to play at. So sometimes you got to just settle for, what you can find.
If it suits your bankroll.
Unless you've got a means to go somewhere, drive around and actually find stuff and the time to actually find stuff as well. I know the free bet, we tried really hard to find a good free bet now downtown and we could not. So we had to go to Green Valley Ranch in December, and even that was 6-5 on the blackjack, only on free bet.
Rip.
Their regular blackjack's 3-2, but the free bet is 6-5. But we had to settle for that just because it was the only pot of gold side bet, free bet for $10 that we could find. So yes, let's get to some footage and we will show you guys a negative shoe first. Okay, so negative meaning, how can we put this, Ace?
I guess it depends. A negative shoe means that you're at a bit of a disadvantage. So in blackjack, basically, you know you're doing well if there are a lot of face cards, like high-level cards, like tens and kings and aces and queens still left in the deck. And a negative shoe means you've actually burned through most of those, so your odds of getting a blackjack are significantly lower, and you're just not doing well. So that means you've lost all your face cards, and you getting a natural blackjack is almost not happening. You getting natural 20s is basically just not happening. So you're at a disadvantage. The player's at an advantage when there are more high cards in the deck. The dealer's at the advantage when there are more low cards in the deck. So that's how it kind of works out. So right now you have more low cards in the deck.
Yes. And again, we want the best opportunities in the game, and we want to make money while we can with the best.
We want to win.
And so that's what we're looking for. And when you're playing blackjack, you can't just always say, well, I'm going to sit out right now and then start playing again when it's a good time. So we're going to hopefully give you some tips on how to play that negative shoe and survive, hopefully until it gets good.
Minimize the losses if nothing else.
Right. Evening, Muck Truck, what's up? Oh, and I forgot to show you my shirt, Matrix. Thank you, brother, for sending me this official Heidi is a B.
That's pretty amazing. I love that.
I wonder if Matrix, do you think Matrix could get away with being a female at a table?
I probably if he does the makeup, I bet you if he does the makeup there, he's got to get a foundation that matches the cleavage. I think is the trick there. If he gets a foundation that matches the cleavage, he can pull it off.
Awesome. All right, guys, let's proceed. Okay, so again, we're looking at a negative shoe, and
remember this video. This is gonna hurt.
Sorry.
I do remember this video. Good Lord. Poor slot lady.
Yes. So this is the slot lady. Sorry. There it goes. I was trying to get that thing out of the way. So please, if you're not subbed to slot lady and you're interested in learning blackjack and seeing how it goes, seeing what it looks like in real life, check out her channel because she does a lot of blackjack. She does baccarat. She does poker, everything,
Yeah,
so
not just slots anymore.
Right. So and she has clear footage. So again, I'm not ripping her whole video. This is just a small little section just to show you guys. Yeah, look at this, Jason. She got smoked during the shoe. Everybody knows
up.
Shoe, right?
We know the episode. It was rough.
It's like a famous shoe. Everybody's like cringing. So things to keep an eye out for. Look at again, even if you don't count cards, I guess I should have brought. Do you have cards, Ace?
Of course, I got cards.
Okay, I should have. They're in my room. Again, keep an eye out for the low cards. Okay, so 2 through 6, and then the high cards: 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace.
Yep. What was that?
I was telling everybody, keep an eye out for the low cards and the high cards. The low cards are 2 through 6.
But you said my name.
10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. Those are the high cards. Look at those. See when they're coming out on the table. There's sometimes when you're playing blackjack, people will voice out loud. They'll say, wow, I saw a lot of low cards. This next round should be pretty good for us. Yeah. Because they're hoping that all the high cards are coming out next.
All right, so these are all the low cards if you guys do need them. So it is the number 2, 3, 4, 5, and of course 6. And then you get your high cards over here. You get your 10. You get your queen, or yeah, that one should be the queen, yes. And then you get your jack over here. Get your ace, most important one. Got to get the ace. And then the king. Got them all covered. So those are the, I guess, depending on the system that you count. Personally, I just do high-low. So these are -1 cards. These are +1 cards. And then numbers 7, 8, and 9 don't mean anything. You can do like red 7, where 7 means it's low, and 8, 9 means it's high, and 8's neutral. But that's another story for another day.
Yeah, that's another. Ignore. Let's.
Yeah, the 7, the 8s, and the 9s, just ignore those. Count everything else.
Yeah, there's a balanced system, and then there's unbalanced systems. Some are harder to learn than others. And if it's hard for you to learn, then you probably shouldn't be using it, because then you're going to make mistakes.
Exactly.
So you're going to have more of an advantage if you actually know what you're doing. And again, let me just preface this. I am in no way a card counter. There's a lot more to knowing what the count is in being a card counter than just, the count of the cards. There's a lot of different little things that you have to know. And this is
betting strategy, and you got to have standard, what is the basic strategy deviations is what we call it for the betting strategy.
Yes. So definitely I am not one of those people. But we're showing you the effects of the count on the cards. Pants are way overrated. Okay.
Right. Well, I can't just change into the robe. I can do it PJ style going forward.
Okay, so anxious gamer. Since you have the word anxious in your name, table games make you too anxious. I'm wondering what is it about it that makes you anxious? Because again, it's your money. You can do whatever you want. Who cares what anybody around the table says? Again, you could just have fun with it and not worry about anybody giving you, disgust or anything. And you have better odds at a blackjack game than you do at a slot. Okay. Matrix is so pissed right now. Oh Christ, we've gone into the okay.
All right, we got to hit this clip.
Okay, let's hit the clip. All right, here we go. Negative shoe, guys. Sorry to.
All right, let's pray for slot lady.
Here we go.
Zoom in a little bit here. Hopefully it's not too much. I'll be watching on my end though. I might need to zoom in a little bit more. So I'm going to start with one hand, $50, and I'm also going to do 25.
Just so you know, guys, also, this is a double deck game. And El Cortez, and she's playing by herself. So,
sorry, 5 on all the.
Okay, so like we were saying, she had a jack, and what was that, a 9?
That was a 9, so she's a -1 right now.
So the game is basically a -1 because that jack counts as a -1. All we care about are -1s, 0s, and positive 1s. Okay. And just keep going.
Which isn't so bad so far. It's an open.
No. There's a.
That's good.
So that's a buzz.
Another 10. So now we're at a -2.
-2.
So you can see it's going in that negative direction.
And that's even though she won. Keep that in mind, guys.
Right.
Just because you're winning doesn't mean that the shoe's good. Keep that in mind.
Good point.
Perfect. Try it again. Let me bring up my chat here.
Oof.
Right.
Okay, so it's -3 now.
Surrender, please.
See how this is a +1, the 5, and the 10 is a -1. Okay, so they cancel each other out. You don't even have to think with those two because they're opposites of each other. So that's like 0. And then we got a negative here, and it was still -2. Now, this is the running count. It's not the true count. The true count, you would have to divide by how many decks are left.
Yeah, it's technically like -1.5 right now if we want to get technical, but
Exactly. But again, we're using this to show you that this is a negative shoe, not a bad situation. And yeah.
Yeah, she's also playing side bets too, so that's also kind of screwing her a little bit.
Some more negative EV right there.
Yeah.
Compare. Excellent. Yeah, hit that one.
Oof.
So -4.
Right.
-5.
This is usually the point where I'm dropping my bet a little bit just to see how things are going.
Okay, so that's an excellent point that Ace brings up. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. We're at -5.
Well, 4 now with that 4 on the table. We're
yeah,
four
yeah.
sure.
I never count until I see all the cards on the table because it's quicker. So if you count like one card at a time, that's why like when I practice with a deck of cards, I don't flip over like one card at a time. I'll flip over at minimum 2 cards at a time because in the real world, especially on a pitch game, you count when you see all the cards at once because it's so much easier to cancel negative ones and positive ones than adding and subtracting in your head.
See, I'm an Android, so I just do it all the time. It's constantly moving for me.
Awesome.
It just keeps the flow going, and I just do better doing that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
it's just different strokes, different folks.
Exactly.
I'm just kind of weird, so ignore me.
Okay, so we're at -5, and Ace brings up an excellent point. You should know when the game is negative. Why you got to talk Greek, Hog? Okay. when the game is negative, okay, we're in minuses now. Do whatever you can to minimum bet. So keep the least amount of your money out there. And again, we can watch her. She might be winning, but if she was to play this same kind of situation thousands of times, it's going to be bad. It's going to not pay out for her. Okay. I learned Spanish in high school, but then I forgot it. Okay.
Oh, Melba, you know what I'm about. She says kind of weird. Like she knows what I'm about. Oh, I love Melba.
Okay, let's get back. Okay, we're at -5. 4 just came out. Still -5.
Oof.
Okay, so oops. Oh, crap.
Oh, we jumped.
Crap.
So we got to get back to where the 4 and the ace were.
Oh, God. Sorry, guys. Oh, there we go. We're still at -5. Okay, so again, they cancel each other out, so there's no math. You don't need to think about anything. That's a -1. That's a +1. Again, 2 through 6 is a +1. Ace, king, jack, queen, -1s. So we're at -5. And the 9 doesn't count again. 7, 8, 9 are 0. Now we're at -6, -5,
And
-6
again.
Why is it doing that to me?
She won that one, though.
She won that one. Oops, wait, did I go too far?
I don't think she had dropped her bet, though.
Oh,
in retaliation, come to think of it.
Hold on, guys. It jumped it to the next damn game. Sorry, guys. Where were we?
We were roughly about 1 more up.
It's doing that to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just let it play. Let me
Hopefully you guys haven't been counting as we've been skipping along the video here.
Yeah, sorry.
The wrong count.
I think what were we at?
Well, when it comes up, when it's going to be the 4, we're going to be at -5. So now we're going to be at -4 again, -5 again.
Okay.
That's a 9. She's going to hit because she needs a card. -6.
-6, -5.
-5, and then 1 more for -6.
Okay, we're at -6. And she won.
It's always a struggle because
So it's like a 1-to-1 ratio. She's bumped up her bet as a result too.
Which is another good point. Sometimes you guys get these degenerate feelings where you feel like you just want to bump up your bet, or you read some book that progressive betting is a bit an actual strategy.
Oh, what's the name of that thing? The Magellan strategy, or whatever the fuck it's called?
Yeah, is it Magellan?
It starts with an M.
Martingale.
Yeah, the Martingale strategy.
He's
just as good at things as Magellan was. I don't know. Whatever. May as well call it the Columbus strategy.
The Columbus strategy is a Columbus strategy
because it's completely lost. It has no mathematical backing. It's absolute bollocks.
Those what do you call those damn kind of strategy.
They're not. Well, they're the technique. They call it a technique. So
Aggressive betting technique is
exactly
BS. It doesn't exist. Don't do it. You saw me lose it at the Plaza with Richard Wilk telling me to bump up my bet when I was winning the whole time, and then my stack just magically shrinks. But I had to do it. It's Richard Wilk. I had to do it. So that's a good point to make. Again, when it's a negative shoe, guys, you don't want to just randomly start bumping up your bets unless you are a real card counter and you want to kind of like throw everybody off at first. You want some camouflage and you want people to think you don't know what you're doing. Then basically you want to do the cinnamon move and just I think I feel it here, guys. I'm gonna go all in. Oh my god. This is
using the force.
Thing. It's Duran Duran on the radio. That means that's a sign, guys. I'm gonna bet like $150.
I guess in her defense, it works sometimes. So
it does work sometimes. Oh, look at Creeper Nick.
Oh, I gotta see Hogman Richard. Welcome. Oh man, I miss Richard.
That's
you gotta
it.
go see him.
He's gonna have to hang with Mike Tyson from now on. I'm not gonna hang with him.
Mike, I'm not sure if Iron Mike knows how to play blackjack either. I saw him in The Hangover.
What did I stumble on here? BO Slot says. Okay, so we're trying to get people more comfortable with blackjack. We're trying to get slot people to use blackjack as a way to bump up their bankroll before they go play slots, because the odds are much better on blackjack, and to not feel so as intimidated, I guess, when they're at the game. And then I win, and y'all get mad
because you ruined the shoe, Auntie.
You ruined the shoe, and this is something that, like, yeah, I can tell somebody like what the rule is, and then they'll go against the rule and win and say, "See, I told you." I cannot emphasize enough. If you were to do that same wrong move thousands of times, you would lose more than you would win.
Well, also you screwed the rest of the table. We were all going to win on that hand, and you took the bus card.
Okay,
but that's none of my business. 2 more sugars, please.
All right, we were at -6, right?
When we started, yes. We're currently at a -4 since she drew into the 6 and the 3.
So you see how we got those positive cards? We're at a -4 now. So those are positive cards. 2 through 6 are positive. Even if you don't count and you're playing at a table and you start to see all these low cards and you don't see like high cards coming out,
you're doing good.
Maybe you should, stay there.
Push up a little bit.
Yeah. So we're at -4.
That's good. Stay on that.
-5.
-6 again.
So we just cannot get positive here.
And she lost on that one, I believe, right?
She
dropped her bet because she got a little cocky. Ooh, there's that 20 though. It looks good.
-6.
-7. 8, 9.
All right. I think this. I think
back it up to last year.
Okay. All right. Well, we're still negative.
We're like -8 or 9 at this point. That's what we're getting at.
Well, that's what we're getting at. And so
at that point, sit it out.
Yeah. And again, this is when you have to come up with some sort of strategy to minimize your losses. And so there's different things you can do.
Actually, I do want to know what the legitimate count was. I swear it was. I swear when we started that hand, it was the -6.
Okay, we can bump it back.
We should bump it back just to be sure. I don't want to give anyone.
I think that +6 canceled one of those 2 kings out.
Right, it did, and then that would have been like 3 more because we had started the hand at -6, so that would have been -3 more. So it would have left it as a -9.
Okay, and real quick, again, take out your cell phone if you're again at a negative situation table. Pretend you got a text. Pretend you got somebody texting you, or you need to make a call. Just tell them I gotta call somebody and stand back. Take your phone, pick it up, do whatever you got to do, stand away from the table, text, whatever you got to do. And that gives you some time to sit out of the game and not actually waste your money. I know I've pushed it and I've sat at the table just to see how far I could take it. And while 2 cents playing with the other people at the table, I'll sit out and usually what I do when I do that is say, wow, I feel like I'm just going to lose really bad right now. You know, I blame it on the gods. I blame it on luck. And I like, you know, make up some lame excuse and just say, I'm going to sit out for now. And then 2 cent stack starts shrinking and shrinking.
Right. I sense the disturbance in the force. I need to go.
Oh, here's a good one. Have you tried free bet? Yeah. The inside joke is they're completely addicted to that game.
Oh, yes, that's right. That was your guys' fault, if I recall correctly, if I remember the video.
Okay, so let's bump it back. Where can we take it back to?
All right, so bump it just a touch back to.
Oops.
It's right before that. A little more back.
Shoot.
Almost had it. About 117 should show us. Okay, so let it run.
Okay, well, where are we at here? -6?
I think that's what we.
Yeah, and it's a -4?
Yeah, it's a -4 here. So when we let it roll from here.
Okay, so we were at -4.
Down that.
And then that's -5, -6. So that brought us back to a -6. Then we're going to progress. So it's -8. Right
Wait, -7.
No, -7 because of the 6.
That's where you did it last time.
Oh no, because she's gonna flip it.
No,
And it's gonna have a face card though, because I'm counting in advance the face card because it's cancel out.
Okay.
All right, this is my Jedi reflexes. I can see it before it happens.
Okay, awesome. You're Austin Powers.
Right, exactly. I also like to live dangerously.
-8, -9.
Yep, same. 9 is 9.
Okay, so we're at -9.
Let's try 75.
And we're gonna go up a bit. Pause this. Hold up.
Oh yeah.
Pull up. Oh no! Damn it.
Why
we were at,
that? I think I can get it there.
All right, we can get it back. But Jesus, -9, and we're gonna go ahead and triple our base bet right there. I love Slot Lady, you know, I absolutely love Slot Lady, but I definitely wouldn't. Like, she's got ball bearings of steel. I'll tell you. She goes balls to the wall on it for the lulz, and I know she does it for the lulz. Like, she does it for the entertainment, for sure, I know.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's just, you know, sometimes it's just like, Jesus, the balls on this lady. I admire her so much.
Yeah.
All right, thank you everyone for all the good luck wishes.
So this is
Remember,
our,
it's just
our -9 moment.
Yeah, so that's where it hits the -9.
Excellent.
And this is when Ace noticed that
Had
she
a
bumped it up.
connection. Yep.
So now we're at -10.
I haven't been playing this.
And she's going to have to stand on this one.
-9, -8, -7.
7. So not too bad, but still bad.
Still bad. Or negative. And again, the main rule is you don't ever want to play when it's negative. Like, if you cannot play when it's negative, good for you.
Right.
You always want to be positive. But again, it is getting harder and harder these days to find a good table to even play at. So sometimes, you know, when you find that table, you kind of just ploppy there, you stick there, and you don't want to leave, because where else are you going to go, you know?
All right.
So that's the sad part, is that some people just, you know, can't afford to leave and go to another table because it's just not another good game. So that's why we're saying in this instance, again, pick up a cell phone, step away from the table, make up some excuse. I know Tucson and I, since we're married, we have that cover where we can act like we're fighting at with each other, which we probably are for real. But she can get mad at me for like bumping up my bet, and you know, I could be like, fine, and just bet minimum or whatever. And so there's different ways to lower your bet.
Yeah, but highlight that bet over there. What's that black chip? That's $100 chip.
That's $100 chip.
She's -7, but she's bumping up. That's what like starts kind of constricting my arteries right there.
Exactly. I would die. I would never want to do this. And she could very well win. And you guys, same thing. You might be like, well, I've done it before and I won. Again, if you're a regular player and you play thousands of hands a year, you would see that you're actually losing.
Right.
So that's the part that makes us cringe, is that this is a bad shoe, and I would be minimum betting if I can. El Cortez is very, very hard. You might see Lucky's in Twitter. He'll even tell you, they sweat people like crazy, and they stand by and watch you. Even at a $5 table, they'll look at you if you start fluctuating your bets. Oh, I'm getting
so that actually might be part of her plan here, just to keep them chill. Then, so this might be very intentional. Come to think of it, hadn't thought about that, to avoid the back off. But she's got an agreement though, so I can't imagine they'd want to back her off while she's giving them free advertising.
Exactly. Yeah, again, when you're filming a game, you're not, you're doing it for entertainment and you're doing it to get that video.
Just getting some exposure. You're getting the likes. You're getting the super chats. You're getting, your favorite hotel some exposure to, and it's just for the fun. It's for the community, Yes.
So don't get mad at her or anybody else that's playing. They're doing it for a certain reason, not for making money.
It's for the walls, always.
Okay, so we're at -7. Again, those two cancel, so we're still at -7, -8.
Yeah, and that was a bust, unfortunately.
And she busted. She lost $100. Gone. That was Mark's whole day gone.
I like to wear blazers.
And she's at -9 because there was a sneaky jack in there. That was the face down card.
Okay.
But now she's at -6 because that's all positive.
Okay.
So -6, -5,
-6.
-6.
So again, this whole shoe has been negative, bad. I wouldn't be changing my bets, nothing. -5, -6.
Yep. Back to it.
No insurance. Let's see, nice. 20.
And we're gonna cancel this out, except for the 1.
25.
Those also cancel out.
Thank you,
Cancel
Jennifer,
out.
for the $2
There's a
for
plus
text.
1.
Sarah, thank you so much.
That's another one.
Jack, for the $2 for text.
And that one cancels out. The 10 and the 2.
So again, she happened to win,
All right, you know what, we'll do it.
but it doesn't mean that she's always going to win.
15.
Soft 15. So now she has to make a decision.
And there's another $100 chip out there.
So against the 3 is just a hit. Yeah.
Soft 17. You're gonna hit that again.
So, and here's another.
Hard 16.
Oops.
Oh, and she came into a 10.
Okay, and then here's another thing that you should be noticing. Since it is a negative game, notice how she is getting these small cards or these neutral cards to come out. Those are bad if the dealer is getting those, because the dealer responds after you do, and the dealer has a larger chance of making their hand with smaller cards still in that shoe. So again, the dealer won't bust. And that's what we're trying to avoid. We want the dealer to bust. So we want high cards. See, dealer made their hand with a 7.
18. No worries.
Yeah.
Actually, Matrix neutral cards are 7, 8, and 9. You were close though.
So,
Yeah,
And
7, 8, 9.
I was looking at live chat. What are we at again? What are we at? Negative
Shoot, I don't
8
even,
or something.
I don't even know, because it's almost over. And the whole point.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
not
that-
relevant.
Yeah, it's irrelevant. It's still negative.
And we got to the cut card, so shoes over.
Right. Oh crap!
And he drew right into a 21. Oh,
right. I wanted to show you guys that because stupid thing. I don't know why it advances. What if I press pause and put it over here? Okay, that's one of her worst cards that she could have, right? A 6. It's a very highly bustable card. She has a 16. She has to get another card. There's been, I'm sure, tons of times if you're a blackjack player where you have a 16 and you could totally just bust. But
here's the thing. God, let me let you finish.
Well, since we're at a negative game, that means there's more low cards in that deck, and it gives her the opportunity to actually make her hand the dealer. Again, we want high cards left in that shoe. We don't want low cards left in that shoe. And when it's negative, we have low cards still hidden in that shoe. At what negative number? At what negative number would you cash in your chip? Okay, so definitely the rule is not to play negative anything. Even at a -1. If you have another table available to you, bounce and go to it. But
I mean, if it's a long
close,
game,
yeah,
it's a long session,
and you just started, and it's actually like a 6-deck shoe, especially. Yeah, if you're, I would bail at. What would you bail at?
I mean, I guess it depends. So if we're talking 6-deck shoe with decent penetration, I'd probably say my soft limit would be -5. And again, this is assuming it's going to be I'm going to be down here for hours. My soft limit would be -5. Hard limit is definitely -8. If I'm seeing like a -7 or 8, I'm just like, GG. I'm going to toke you a little bit. Actually, I'm probably not because I'm losing. But if I've made anything, like I'll take you a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and just hit the craps table for a minute. Let it change out, let it rotate. Maybe let players rotate through just for a minute, and we'll go for it. But again, it depends on the minimum, depends on the rules. But favorable rules, I probably wouldn't go any lower than a -5 or -6. Honestly, that just sounds painful.
I'm the same. So 5 or 6, I would bounce. Or again, if there's absolutely, and I've been hunting the whole night for a good game to play, I would stay there, but just minimum bet the whole time until it gets positive again. The good thing about these double deck games is that they're pretty much over. You could see it was only about 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. Yeah, 4.5 minutes. And it's done. You're over, and you get a new shoe coming out. Gambling Grant is totally confused. Oh, you just got to take it step by step, and it'll make more sense. Penetration. We're going to show you some good penetration.
Well, Melba, there is a certain amount of penetration in BJ there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And we have an example of good penetration coming up. So stay tuned. That's the end of the shoe. Now, we can't see it in this game right here in this image. But there's a deck of cards. There's more cards after this red card. And so they call this the cut card. And a lot of places, they'll cut the deck almost in half. So if you're playing with 2 decks, they'll cut the whole second deck off, and you'll never even get to that second deck. So the further back we go towards the end of the deck, the better it is for our count, because it makes our count more realistic and more accurate. Because this is one of those games where the more information you have, the better odds you have. And so the more cards that we can see, the more information we have in our head. But if we can't get to that information at the end, then we don't know a lot about the game. And I think we brought it up in one of our vlogs, Tuscany. They had a 3-2 blackjack game, but it was like an 8-deck game, and they cut the decks like in half. They cut like 4 decks. Yeah, it was absolutely horrible. Cut it in half. So
that's a stinky shoe right there.
It was horrible. So I never went back to play at Tuscany because it was a horrible game. Again, we want to go further back, and I'll show you right now a pretty good penetration game with $100,000 buy-in, and you'll see a difference. So this is a positive shoe. So it's a little bit different with the count, and we don't have to watch the whole thing if we don't need to.
But we're going to get a good idea.
But you'll get a good idea here. So it's a low card, so that's +2, +3.
Coming out strong.
Okay, so this is good. This makes us happy.
Yikes.
Okay, so we're at +4.
Straight away. That's a
And
good
we're
way to
happy.
start.
We want to stay here.
Alright.
We
We'll
want
push
to
up a
play,
bit.
but
Some are having issues and others are not.
pause and don't skip. Okay. We don't want to up our bet right away. Again, we are barely getting the information. We're getting the intel, and we don't want to jump the gun. It's +4, but again,
How big a shoe is it really?
right, you got to divide by how many decks of cards are still left. If it's a double deck, let's just divide it by 2 because we barely started. So 4
Actually,
divided.
did she say it's a double deck or is it a 4 deck or a 6
I
deck?
think it's a double deck.
Yeah, so that'd only leave us at +2, honestly.
+2.
Which
So
isn't
4,
bad. You know, it means you can stay, but
it's positive. Yeah, and it's going our way. Kino Kid says, Creeper always shows me deep penetration in Vegas. I believe.
hey.
Sometimes the count is good, and all the high cards are behind the cut card. El Cortez killed me one night on the 2-deck game. Count was good, but no cards. Yes.
Yeah.
And Slot Lady has a video where it's a high plus game, and she just cannot make a hand. She loses almost the whole shoe, and it's horrible to watch.
Those are the statistics, though. It happens. That's just how it is.
It's definitely math. Again, if she plays thousands and thousands of times the same way, she'll win more than she loses in those positive shoes. Okay, so I think we're at +4 still.
We're starting at +4.
Okay, 6, 7.
Hey, finally.
Okay.
I can't remember. Do you split
Yes.
3s to +7 against
Yes.
phase 3?
Yes. So this is a good opportunity to put more money out on the table. And when it's positive, you guys want to put as much money on that table as you can. You might lose it all, but when you win, you're going to win big.
And that's the thing. Maximizing your wins and minimizing your losses. That's how you really make the money. So if you lose, you don't want to lose a lot. But when you win, you'll want to win a lot. You can lose.
She's splitting.
Yep, there we go. That's another plus.
Okay. So hopefully it doesn't skip. Okay. So now it's +8. And this is a 9. And so she doubled. Again, what is she doing? She's putting more money on the table. Again, because that's the casino rules. They allow you this opportunity to put more money out there. And when it's positive, you should take advantage because, again, this is going to give you that buffer zone to ride those negative shoes out when they're bad and then make as much money as you can when they're positive. Okay, so that's a 9. And again, we're at a plus count, so she should get a high card.
And I'm predicting one now. I'm seeing.
Right. We've seen a lot of low cards. So when we're in a positive count, we're hoping that high cards are still hiding in there. And she does.
Boom. There it is.
And she got 2 of them. So now we're at 6, 4. We're still at +4. And you see how the dealer busted, right? Again, why did the dealer bust? We were in a positive shoe. And so there was high cards hiding in here. And so the dealer, instead of making that 3 into a 21, the dealer ended up busting that 3.
We'll also notice the order too. This highlights what Hog was talking about. All of the low cards came out first. She grabbed all the low cards. So the high cards that inevitably had to come out to balance it, she grabbed a couple of those and she's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm good. The dealer's under a 17. Dealer had no choice but to play it. So even if that was a high card and the dealer's like, oh, that's going to be a high card, I'm going to bust on that, doesn't matter. Dealer has to play it according to the rules. Dealer has to lose at that point. That's what you're trying to take advantage of. You're going for the kill shots.
You're not really playing your hand. You're playing what the dealer is going to have. And you're always going against what the dealer would have. And so Creeper Nick makes a good point. Again, we're not expecting everybody to start counting cards. He literally is seeing it. You can see when there's a lot of low cards coming out, the next, hand could be really good. You can get potentially, good cards to come out. So just keep an eye out. And again, sometimes people even, say it out loud. Whoa, we saw a lot of low cards. This next round's got to be good. They're not afraid the casino's going to kick them out or anything like that.
I mean, if you're just talking, you're just talking.
Yeah, you're just talking. And then Vegas couple says, yeah, it would be nice if this was free bet because Again, free bet. We get coins. We use the house's money to double. We don't have to use our own money. And yeah, we would be paid. Are we supposed to be? Yes, Melba, you will be having a quiz after this. Okay, so we're at +4.
Oh, Jerry's in the live chat. Hey, Jerry, good to see you.
Jerry Phillips, hello. Okay,
Shout
so
out to Nurse Jerry, saving our lives out there, pushing the COVID back.
oh, nice, Jerry. Thank you so much. Okay, we're at +4, guys. Still good situation. You do not want to answer your cell phone right now. You want to stay in this game.
Thank you, Ian Ritter, for the $3 super chat. It's my birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday.
Let's see. What does she do? Ah, she puts 100 out there.
All right, so now she's pushing up a little bit. She's still at a +4 though, so
cancel.
still be conservative.
+5. Those two cancel, and the 2 is a +1, so it's +5.
Hit on that one, yeah.
+6.
Okay, yeah, stand on that.
5 +4. Okay, so
Still
you see how the dealer, you see how that 2 busted. Again, it's a big deal when it's a positive game, because if this was a negative game, that 2 could have very well made that hand. She could have made her hand there. But again, we got high cards hiding back here because it's a positive game.
Right.
+4, I guess.
Yeah, make sure you're watching in the highest.
And again, she just made $100 pennies.
Now we're up even more, +6, and she can double down on that.
Yes. Okay, so she lost, but she put that money out there, and if she would have won, it would have been epic.
Because it really should have been a 10. She was expecting a 10, and that would have hit so hard right there. Just fact of the matter. It's still a +5, so she's still coming out of this as a net gain.
Yes.
All right. I'll just get this out right, please.
And she still got the 100 out there.
Yeah, just getting some more side bet tokens over here. Also, guys, keep in mind that side bets are going to radically change your math on this. Just FYI. But this video is for the fun of it, for the lulz, which is okay.
13.
Again, there was a high card that ruined her hand. That's what deviations are about.
I hit 16. I hit 16. Basic strategy says to do so.
So we can stop. We don't have to keep showing more of this.
Yeah, this is. I think. Let's watch this 9. Let's watch this 9.
Yeah. Okay. So again, this is one of those situations that blackjack players are praying for, because again, this is another situation where you can put more money on the table after you know information, after you see what's on the table. There's no other gambling game that you can do that. You know, it's not like craps where they throw the dice and then you can put your bet out. No, that doesn't happen. Only in blackjack can you do that. So that's what makes it such a great game. So we're at a very high, well, not very high, but a positive game.
Yeah, we're at a +5, so it's playable.
+5, and she's got 2 9s against one of the worst cards the dealer can have, because we're assuming that this is a 15. And hopefully there's another high card in there for the dealer later on.
Yeah, we have 3 high cards in a row here, because there's a high card for us, another high card for us for 2 19s, and then another high card to turn that into a 25. That's just, that's 4 times the bet right there. That's amazing.
So for blackjack players, these are the opportunities that we want. Other than getting blackjacks, we want these opportunities because we can really shove more money out after the fact.
Yeah. Or sorry, 6. Yeah. If the dealer has 7 or better than you.
I don't know what she's talking about.
I think she's trying to explain basic strategy on the table and all that. She's trying to explain it to the viewers, but again, it's a live stream, so it's kind of chaotic.
She had to use her own money.
Yeah, there's the bet. Yep, there it is.
Magic right here. This is what we want.
Here we go.
This is what we want. Bust, boom.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Triple.
It played out exactly the way we wanted it to play out. It played out. So again, she initially had, what is that? Is it 50? Does she have 2 chips or?
Yeah, she had 2 trips down there, so she was betting 50. She ended up with 150 on the table.
Okay, so instead of just $50, after she got information about the game, she was able to increase it to $150. There's no other game that you're going to be able to do that in the casino. Okay, you're not going to get that on Dragon Link. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
They don't give you 6 balls and then you say, I want to increase my denom now.
Matrix has a question. He wants to know if the 9s added to it. No, the 9s do not. The 9s are neutral, so the 9s don't hurt you.
7, 8, 9 is you don't even see those cards. They're zeros. They don't exist.
Yeah, they don't even matter. Neither do the 7s. So that's another kicker. So she lost 3 to the total count over here. So that's going to bring her down to what she come into the shoe at, or into this hand as a +5. So that brings her down to a +2,
right?
Which is still positive, which means you can still play another hand or two and all that. But she's made her money. She's made her wins or her losses back on top of her wins over there. She's positive right now. She's up. Like you can check her stack down there, and it's building.
Yes. And again, that's exactly what we're looking for in blackjack. And then you'll see, I guess the dealer will pay her for each of those hands that she doubled.
Yeah.
Or split.
It's probably just my mask. Thank you, Danny Lowe.
So that's another trick that the casinos do. Instead of paying you with your green chips, that gives you an opportunity to bet lower. They'll give you a higher denomination chip and hope that you start, getting a little degen tingles, and you screw it, I don't have any more greens, I'll just throw a black out there. And so that's something that they do to discourage you from minimum betting and to up your bets, to start upping your bets.
Yeah, just you ask them to break it. It's fine.
You can always
ask them, just tell them, hey, can you break this? They'll break it. And if they don't want to, I can't imagine any situation. Right? Have you ever had them tell you that they're not going to break a chip for you?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. So there's no reason that they shouldn't tell you not to break a chip. If they do, get up, walk away, maybe mention it to the pit boss or something like that, because that sounds super shady. Honestly.
Yeah.
But so if it comes down to that, tell them to break the chip. Like, oh no, just give me those in greens, and they'll be like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Not their prerogative.
Okay, so you basically saw what it looks like, the difference between a positive shoe and a negative shoe. Run on the negatives, stick with the positives.
I usually just try to play with basic strategy.
Let's go to the next slide.
This turned into analyzing a slot lady's technique. I love this.
And this one, I wanted to show you this. This is MG Slots 21. They play with big money. This is $100,000 buy-in. And there's a difference when you're playing with that kind of money. I don't know if you guys can see the shoe very well here. I'll try to make it bigger. But it's nearly the end of the shoe. Like the cards are going almost to the very end. That is something you're not going to see at a low denomination game. You're not going to get that far back into the shoe.
Why is that? Why, when you're putting up a lot more money, would they want you to play longer? I'm genuinely curious at this point.
I'm guessing that they're thinking, even though you have lots of money, you really don't know what you're doing. Number one. Number two, they have their own personal bar in this casino. This is actually in a penthouse suite that was converted for high rollers, and it's just blackjack tables in the suite, along with some slot machines, and their own personal bartender and things like that. So they want you to stick around a lot longer, and the longer you stick around, the more you have that chance of leaving your money there. And again, it's just one of those things where they have better odds. The games are generally better. The rules are generally better for the high rollers. But they are going to eye you if you change your bets drastically. So these yellow chips, guys, are $1,000. So again, pennies would be rolling in his in his grave if he had to spend $1,000 each hand.
Actually, no, I saw his icon explode here in the live chat. I think he's down for the count.
So yeah, this is $100,000 buy-in. And I like MG slots because they do put their stats, like as soon as it happens, he'll pop them up on the screen right here, like how much he won, how much he lost, right as it happens, which is really, really cool. So check them out as well if you get a chance. But that's why I wanted to show it to you. We have more penetration in this high limit game than we do on some low rolling games. And yeah, so Miller's maybe the size of the buy-in. You can ask for better penetration.
I think you get to take the cut card, because I think at the table games the dealer just kind of drops the cut card in there, whereas when you're getting those bigger money games, then and I think that obviously at smaller casinos they kind of let you cut too. I remember at Blackhawk they let us cut the deck, so we always just kind of went deep, and then the dealer was cool about it. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever, man. Like
yeah,
that sort of thing.
And there's been guys that have taken money from Vegas, Wales, just for that very reason that Miller brought up. They have basically asked for their own rules to the game. Let me split my aces. Yeah, more than once. Can you use this kind of card when I'm playing? And
that should be our next podcast about this. We should talk about special rules to the game, like negotiating discounts there. That's a big one.
Exactly. So
all right, that's the next podcast.
So again, this is exciting because it's $100,000 game, and this is his 100. And what he does that's awesome is as soon as he makes like a certain amount of money, he'll actually increase his chip color. Like he'll color up, get a bigger chip, and push it off to the side so that he gets his original bankroll over here, and he doesn't touch his original bankroll. He's just playing with casino money now. So he's actually ahead of the game. And this was a positive shoe. And I was like super excited when I saw this. It was getting me very stoked because I knew the count was high. And it was a super positive shoe, which is awesome. So it's the end. That's the other thing I wanted to say. The further back you go towards the come on.
Oh, we jumped into another one.
The further back you go towards the end of the shoe, and if it's still positive, you got a really, really good chance of knowing what cards are left in there. And I would want as much money out as I can. And he actually increased the amount of hands he was playing.
17, 18.
Just because I want to have fun. Okay, so he got 2 6s over here against the 3. Yeah, and the count is high. And so, again, he wants to put more money on the table. So now, instead of $1,000 over there, he's got $2,000. So $4,000 out on the table right now.
But the high count.
Oh my God.
Oh, the balls on this guy.
And this guy gets another 6. Sorry that it keeps skipping like that, guys.
Well, I guess we'll just let it run through.
Yeah, just let it run. He gets another 6 against the dealer, one of the dealer's worst cards.
Oh, here we go.
So we got another 1,000 out there, guys.
Nice.
And look, a 10 to double. That second one should have. I don't know why it's doing that, but that second one he should have doubled. So let me show you it.
Oh, the one where he had the 17 out.
17.
Just
because I want to have fun. It's the last hand.
That's the trick. Soft hands versus hard hands. That's kind of a tough one for.
Again, yeah, knowing the count and knowing it's the end of the shoe, I probably would have doubled to get more money out.
Yeah, but you got to give him, it's for the lulz. He's on stream right now, so he's just kind of doing it for the giggles.
And you see how the dealer busted. So look how much money,
$6,000 in one
in one freaking hand. You guys, this video is not very long, and he wins, I think, $14,000 in less than an hour.
Very short period of time, right there.
So I gotta work like half my year is like $40,000. So it's amazing to me. You guys come into this? Yeah, he's up 14,000. And it's amazing the money that you can make.
I'd have had a heart attack, $14,000 in one hand. I'd be like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's go to Andiamos right now. I need to take a break. Richard, where you at?
Exactly. Well, he was saying up there, those games were 500 minimum hand. So you have to play at least 500 a hand. And Miller says, looks like at that level, he would play a double deck game sometimes. But sometimes that double deck game is over before it starts. And you're riding that wave too much. If you're in a shoe game and that shoe goes way positive, you're going to get more opportunities for splits and doubles than you would in a double deck because you're wasting the cards. There's not many more cards in the deck. And so you're out, you're out.
Which is really kind of funny, too, because I remember that's why they initially started pushing more shoes into the decks there, because they figured, hey, that'd deter counters. People, there's no way people can keep up with that many shoes. No, math scales linearly.
Yeah, it's not the shoe. Again, it's not how many cards there are, because we're just doing ones and zeros and minus ones. So there's no like complicated math. So the more cards, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they speed up the game, but speeding up the game is actually in the benefit of a counter, because the more hands you play, the more money per hour you can earn.
Yep.
So if they slow down the game, that's when they're on to you. I'm too late to the show. Yeah, well, it's okay, DJ Cat.
Hey, we're going to have that replay, though. It's cool.
Yeah, we'll have the replay. It'll be up there. Again, hopefully we didn't totally confuse everybody and, throw you off. What we're trying to do is basically show you that there is more advantage to playing blackjack. And if you're a slot player, which we all love to play slots, you can buffer your bankroll. You can add to your bankroll before you go play your slots at a blackjack table. Don't be intimidated by the other people. Even if you don't know anything, you can ask people, what should I do? Or
carry a card. You can carry a basic strategy card. That's absolutely acceptable. Doesn't matter what anyone tells you. It's perfectly acceptable to do.
Exactly. And Creeper Nick says he's ready to take down the casinos in March. Awesome.
Card counting team confirmed. Creeper Nick card.
We're not a team, and we don't really know what we're doing. Great job on explaining this, boys. I usually stick to craps, but have been playing more and more. Yeah, it's the second. Yeah, I mean, once you start getting the rhythm of it and how it works, it's your best odds, really.
Definitely still my favorite game in the whole casino right there. I love craps and everything, but blackjack just doesn't.
And it is totally fun when the dealer's a great dealer and they crack jokes with you, and the people around you are also great. It's a total blast. But also at those high limit games, you could play almost by yourself and not have to worry about other people. So if you actually do, I know a lot of the Brits have big money. Like when they go to Vegas, they Vegas big.
As well.
And if you're going to throw that money in a slot, that's cool if it entertains you. But if I had that bankroll, I would definitely hit up a table and be, you could potentially be by yourself at a high limit table, at least a $25 table. Yeah. It's not going to kill you. And
not with a $10,000 bankroll or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people come in, even $1,000 at a $25 table, that'll last you a while. If you get a good shoe, that'll last you a while.
Yeah, definitely. Or
at least it'll last me a while. I'll say that.
Oh, that's cool. We're gonna try playing blackjack on our next trip. Yeah, whatever. You guys played nonstop. Now you got to try winning. Get a deck of cards. Start understanding when it's positive, when it's negative.
Get those Boba Fett cards. That's how we do.
Yeah, guys, I am so sorry. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. I know Lucky Dog Slots went live at 8, or we're going live, so I don't want to hold everybody. So I totally appreciate you guys. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us. Ace, a million thanks. You always make these things so much easier for me to do. I need you there.
No worries. I'll have to back you up. I think next time we need to talk about negotiating deals, though, especially when you get to more money. We got to talk about that.
Yeah, definitely. Oops, wait. I think it's starting to make sense, even after a few vodkas.
That means we did well.
That's when it makes the most sense, Matrix, when you've had a few vodkas.
Good.
Yeah, we should make a series, they say.
All right. I'm down, man. Let me know. Just let me know.
Awesome. Miss you guys. Love you guys. Take care. Thank you, Sin City Nerds. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
We do miss you guys.
Awesome. Have a good night, guys. Go check out Lucky Dog. I think they're live. I'm sorry if we went over.
Yeah, we'll pop in the live chat. Strong hands and happy spinning, spinners and sharks.
Peace. Later.